Yeah, I forgot my microphone, which I collect now. So every see I watch a podcast, they have mini mic or a big microphone called Røde. I don't know. It seems to be a Norwegian trademark, but yes, I don't know how that is how that is. We have to do something with that, which we don't know really have any clue about. So maybe I continue the solution. For every problem there is a solution. That's being optimistic. So that is how it is, and we need to examine every bits and parts of that. Sometimes we need just to be optimistic. I hate the word in terms of avoiding to see the real issue. Sometimes people just like to avoid certain issues that may seem impossible. So they turn to say, you have to be optimistic. I don't like those terms. It seems that people are immature. They don't know really how to handle the things they are tasked with. So to be optimistic as a solution is, I think, it's a very superficial way to observe it, to go around it in a certain way that you don't really know. You don't really know. So how to come to terms with those terms? I realize that my time have stopped, more or less. Maybe the battery have gone so weak. And it passed noon, so I thought that, well, what is happening to this watch? I should take care of that. I have a watch here, which I was about to take care of, putting it on 12 o'clock. But now it's turning upside down. But you see, to be optimistic, I have gone through something here which is not so pleasant. And my doctors asked me, how do you take it? How is your life? So I said, I'm optimistic. I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy. I don't give up. I believe in what you do. There is a Rabbi, Ephraim. He is also into the same thing. That not so much, I don't want to quote him or misrepresent him, but it's not so much as the Christians tend to believe. That the only thing we can do is pray. It's in a way it's an optimistic attitude. To pray is showing some optimism. So instead of being saying we have to be optimistic, you say we have to pray. So, and I remember my dad was somewhat of the same mentality. All we need to do now in order to bring people to God is go and pray. And I think he was misrepresenting God. I don't know, misrepresenting everyone. I don't know. Sometimes we go around and we don't really know the point of the core of it. But you see, as I've been doing this podcast, I have been talking about the core of things, but if you go into molecular level, you find even spaces between the core of the molecules, the atoms, the quarks, the whatever, the electrons. There is only space. There is always this space that bewilders us. So you see, to do prayer is it's something of a different kind. But we are asked, in a way, we are asked by God to do the ceremony of prayer. For every problem there is a solution, and maybe the solution is to pray. But as Ephraim was stating, that it's good with prayer, it's right, it's good, it's due time, and so on. But we have to act. Physically act. And more often do I hear, we have to see what is happening. We have to wait and see. And on general terms, maybe that is right. I can't dispute or argue against such a idea or such a attitude. I can't argue against it, but it's interesting that people that doesn't do anything also say. Mostly those people that doesn't do anything about things, or are taking a step back, or taking a cup of coffee, they tend to say we have to wait and see. It's another term of being optimistic. It's another term to do the contemplation and yoga. I don't do yoga. I do prayer every so often. What Ben Shapiro said is, you Christians, go back to your churches. That's where you get your heritage from. Go back to your churches, learn the Bible, learn the Torah, be obedient, do good, and all these simple terms. Ben Shapiro, you should Google him. He's a very fast speaker, but sometimes I have to beg him for speaking a bit calmly because it's too fast, too quick. I can't wrap my head around it. So he's an Orthodox Jewish guy. Show it for the whole world. And he have a very brilliant answer to many things. So maybe we go to him in order to solve the problem, to see the solution in every problem. But you see, in molecules, atoms, quarks, electrons, protons, neutrons, there is space. And they obviously interact with something. They interact with some entity, or is a conjunction of a unity. You see, to do only prayer is just circling off. We are striving away from what the case is. Because if you go into deep contemplation with yourself, it can be like you get a little bit lost, confused. What is it all about? Oh, it was not all that bad. As I have said in previous video, wait a couple of days and it will change. Your feeling about certain things will change. That is true. I don't think you need to be of a certain kind. It's just how it is. When you wait, you will have a different feeling altogether. If you go out for a trip, you will have a different feeling altogether. I had this nice trip to some graveyard of ancient history. There I met, by just a random occasion, I saw a beautiful random occasion with a person that I admire so much. But that aside, there is some interactions with prayer. That is action. We do the action, we pray to God, and I think prayer is before action. Because maybe by prayer you get a good idea. You don't stop by prayer. You should have a continuum of action, of something you do in order to do the right or the best thing. Right in which eyes, you would ask. Of course, there is a big issue about what is right, in which way. And I was told by my father and many others that you have to do it the right way. You see, that is bogus for me. For me, you do it your way. You don't do it. You can't do it differently. What a moronic statement that you have to do it the right way. Well, to do good is, we can agree, it's right. To say the truth is the right. Maybe not always the right. Maybe if you are asked about secrets of a person or a state or a organization, you can't really answer. It's kind of hard to deal with answers when you are asked about something that is obviously for good reasons a secret. You can't really expose everything. People tend to think that truth is the highest order. No, I think yes, it is the highest order, but you have to also know what part of the truth, which way you have to put the some certain truth out. You can't just blather it out or spew it out as something that is much important to keep under wraps. Sometimes we have to have some prayer in advance before action, because then you get some contemplation, reflections on how or which way or when to do it. And I thought to myself, when I was debated on the internet, I felt a lot of anger. I have to be honest, I felt a lot of anger by debates, because some debates goes to your nerve. I see on even by the professionals. I saw a guy that had been ridiculed and cancelled and portrayed in a very wrongful way by maybe smart people. But even smart people can do bad things. As you see the people in dresses, suits and whatever luxurious shopping behavior they have, I don't know, they can do wrong. Even lawyers that knows the core of what is wrong and what is right, they can do wrong just by being bribed. And the Bible is over and over again talking about bribery. If you are bribed, and bribery is not only, it's not always about money transactions. It can be about saying nice things to you, about you, giving you the green card in any organization, any other friends, being more preoccupied with certain things than other things. Then you hide some specifics that shouldn't be hidden, just because you get afraid of exposing people that mainly are corrupt. So you see, prayer, when you get angry, you can easily be intoxicated by this anger. But I turn this anger into something very creative, intellectual mind. I was playing chess as a child with my dad, and I saw when he was winning. He was a smart guy, and he taught me chess. He educated me like that, and after some time, maybe years, I don't know, I found out some moves that could change. Just being aware of certain things. And you turn your fear into more thought processes. You turn your anger into constructive mind. I saw Magnus Carlsen here. He lost by this Indian grandmaster, and he kind of banged the table, so the pieces was jumping up. For every problem, Magnus Carlsen, there is a solution. And he kind of shook his hand and turned around, and he didn't know what to do. just lost that game, and he went back to this beautiful Indian man. He was shocked. He just moved away from Magnus, and what is happening to this guy? Can't he hold himself? Can't I just celebrate that I won? And Magnus Carlsen turned back to him and slapped him on the shoulder and indirectly or directly asked for forgiveness. Or congratulated him. It's kind of this pride that deprive you of your intellectual mindset. So before action, there should be some contemplation, some prayer. And I saw this Indian player was shutting his eyes before the game. He was concentrating, contemplating, just being silent. The whole being of his was so silent, so calm, so transparent, so humble. So I don't know him, I don't know his personality, I don't want to characterize him, but it was in a contemplatory way. I think the whole game was a beautiful game. I saw it, and kind of outsmarted Magnus Carlsen. So you see, for every problem on the chessboard, he found a solution. He found a way. And there is, how to read a chess game is just solving each and every problem. You don't need to take the whole spectrum in once. Just know what the specific task or the most important task is on the table. That is a very, very simplistic way to talk about chess. If you find the hardest problem, the worst case scenario of that context of the pieces, you have to find something very smart about your position in the game. And you see, you have to be smart about your own problems. Be a contemporary man or a human being. Yes, do the contemplation. You know that things are hard, and you think that Magnus Carlsen have been winning all the time. No, he lost, just lost. So he is, even now by losing, he is the grandmaster of the world. He is the best player in the world. Generally, on the scoring point, he just is the best. Gukesh, I think the name was Gukesh. So being optimistic is it's not only the only way. To do prayer is not the only way, but to do actions. Ask for wisdom. Prayer is a contemporary thing, and to action is a physical thing. But what gives it meaning is the higher state of the human mind that is driving, that is leading, guiding the whole motion into action. So in that order, you may fail, you may be disappointed, but in all what I have done, even my closest people have warned me, Ole, don't do that, don't go ahead, don't say certain things, just be nice. My father said, you are a nice guy, you shouldn't be angry. What a moronic thing to say. Of course, even nice people can feel the unjust. And that's how it is, my friends. You are sensitive. and the more sensitive you are, the better mind you may have into solving the problems. Sensitivity have to do also with realizing that there is some problems. I want problem. I laugh at this guy. I want problem. So that is how to educate yourself through your tasks. Not only problems, but through your tasks. There is important task in your life that only you have to deal with. You can't always rely on others. You have to be alone sometimes. And back to Magnus, he kind of said that you can't be my coach because you have no clue about the situation on the chessboard. There is a situation on the chessboard that really drives him crazy. And to realize those spaces of interactions maybe not for everyone, at least on the chessboard. But there they can communicate after the game, they can communicate what led to which constellation, and so on. I just wanted to do this today. I didn't know where to begin or what to talk about, but it gives meaning to not only be optimistic, but it's not wrong to be optimistic. It's this kind of a backbone reaction that this is not going to drive me down. This is not going to hit me down and demoralize me. I'm better than that. And no comparison with other people. It doesn't really help. If you try to compete with your brother, your sister, or whomever you may admire or loathe, you just compete with yourself. Do your own thing. Be your own master. Be convinced of what you are doing is for the sake of doing good. Only by you. No one can really replace you as a person, as an individual. And therefore I honor even people that are crippled or feel that they can't do anything. The solution to that is to be them. To be brave. To be manifesting themselves as they are, who they are, in the way they are. And that is a learning curve for everyone, not to give up, not to be washed out. Just continue the interactions that you are doing. Sometimes I meet people and they give me a good so-called interaction because it inspires me. Sometimes I'm given the opportunity to talk about myself so that I get a ear to hear my voice. Yesterday I thought my voice was very strange. I don't know. It was kind of this odd thing. But even though you can live with yourself, don't despair, don't give up, be of good conscience. I believe not that is the foundation I stand on, but I believe that you are given your life. But we have to correct. There is a statement in the Bible that Adam was a mensch, but Ahad Adam is to be the better version, and maybe we take that into the future talk. Shalom to everyone.